Excuse me? Okay, we lit. I'm about to say, I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, what do you mean my mic not working? Don't do that to me now. I made no changes. I made no adjustments. How dare you do that to me? What's good, y'all? How y'all doing? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Hey, we got a Culture United tonight, and Jalopy's on it. That's crazy. That's crazy. Golly. That's wild to me, man. I think I only have about like 3 videos for today. So it's going to be short. There's not too much, but there's still some videos I would like to watch for today that I think are going to be good uploads. One of them is a compilation, so we technically have 2 videos to watch. And we should probably be out of here by 6. So should be all right. Should be all right for today. How you doing? What's good, Noah? What's good, Shanice? How y'all feeling? Welcome back to the Flex Your Mind Network. All right, so as you can see, we got our first video by Chigs. Maul and Akademiks are fighting over Drake because apparently whatever Akademiks was previewing live, whatever those 2 snippets were, Maul came out and said those snippets are not on the Iceman album, basically. See, me personally, they're both liars. Like, they're both they're both liars. Let's just get that out of the way. I don't believe Maul with the amount of lies that he's told, and I don't trust Akademiks, Mr. Payola himself. So it doesn't matter what y'all say. We don't believe y'all, bro. Like, this is okay. I can't see. I don't mean to be critical at the top of this, but like the people that represent you, the individuals that preach your name. This is a lesson for a lot of people because if you have liars that be preaching about your name, bro, your whole name is in question. Your whole character is in question. And we're in a day and age in music right now where your character matters. Your character is a part of the package of the album, EP, whatever. So I look at Maul, I look at Akademiks and who they represent. I'm just like, this is not a good setup. All this is not a good setup. So that's crazy for me, you know? You'll be there for it? Shit, me too, man. It's going to be a good Culture United, bro, as usual. Okay, as usual. But hey, don't forget, we got the consumer group chat. We had episode 2 the other day. We have the consumer group chat over here on the Flex My Network. Make sure y'all tap in too. We got our own little panel set up for all the smaller creators. Because Culture United, that's the bigger creators, right? Over here, we got the smaller creators teaming up and coming together to see what's up, right? We can have those conversations too. Now, our job is not to have the same conversation, but we're here to have unique conversations. So don't forget us. Don't forget us, the little guys around here trying to make it big. You know? So, shoot. Enough of that. What's good, Sweet Tea? How you doing? How you doing? How you feel? Happy Wednesday. All right. Let me hit this record button and we're gonna go ahead and lock in with the first video by Chigs. Maul calls out DJ Akademiks for lying about the Drake Iceman album snippets. Oh boy. Oh boy. The title alone is just gonna set up the whole vibe. We not gonna like this, but we gotta watch this. So with that being said, you do know how we start this. You do know how we move around here, right? So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Let's make it happen. Yo, you, right here, in the small box, right here in the small box. Yo, is my volume good? I want to make sure my volume good before I upload or anything like that, right? Because I made sure to put the link. Anyway, welcome back to the Flex Your Mind Network. I'm Flex. You tapped in with the Flex Mob. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing good. Happy Wednesday. Little news for today. Nothing too heavy, but it's still ridiculous because we got 2 liars coming out talking about how they know what's on the Drake Iceman album without us even get a track list or anything like that. So, hey, y'all want to argue behind the scenes? That's cool, but y'all arguing on the internet about what songs be on the album and what's not on the album? If I was Drake, I would send both of them a cease and desist to shut up so I can focus on my album. That's me personally. But anyway, look. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You know the vibe. You tapped in with your favorite Canadian reaction channel and network. Let's go ahead and dive in with this video.
YouTube.
Oh, that's low.
Chicks. Get ready. You know what to do, chicks.
I find, you know what? I like Chick Smooth. Chick Smooth is somebody I really enjoy listening to on YouTube because Chick just got an intellectual curiosity about things.
Oh man, we got a nasty battle on our hands, you guys. We gotta figure out between DJ Akademiks and Maul who is Drake's true insider. Both guys over the last couple of years have positioned themselves as Drake's sources. They both claim they talk to Drake on a daily if not weekly basis. They both claim they have information from Drake's camp about Drake. And most importantly, both guys claim they have true insider information on Drake's upcoming album, Iceman. But from what it looks like, somebody is getting the wrong information, and we gotta know who. Now, last week, while J. Cole's album was dropping, DJ Akademiks played 2 snippets from Drake's upcoming album, Iceman.
No greatest. Them guys you saying are great makes that an understatement. Fuck them haters, double agents. Even my label gave them 15 years of my soul.
I'm sorry, I don't like how extra he be moving in this one. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, why you moving around like you just found God? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you moving around? Dude is here preaching. I'm sorry. The beat is nice. I'm gonna get that out the way. The beat is nice. But you still crying and complaining about the same thing that happened 2 years ago. By the time Iceman come out, it's probably been 2 years since the beef. And you still crying and complaining. And you're still running with a narrative that's not true. Bro, you look weird. And your constituents, they look weirder. Like, it's ridiculous.
Did I do that?
Dummy.
Did I do that? That's rude.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you, Akademiks is pretty much Drake's PR team. Let me remind you of that. So let's go ahead and keep going.
You know what?
Ooh. Tonight's about J. Cole. Keep spamming them 5s. Iceman on the way. Iceman on the way. Iceman on the way.
Now, according to Akademiks, he claims Drake did not send him these records. He claimed he's actually had these records for a while, and he just wanted to make a hip-hop moment.
I think that those snippets upstaged the entire J. Cole album. And when people say, why would Ak do it? Well, I did it for that moment to be the nigga who did it for that moment. What? If I had a Kendrick snippet, I would have played it then. If I...
Like, you literally just hit us with a to be or not to be. That is the question. You're damn right that's the question. Now, why did you do... What?
You know, even with Drake shit, if I had a J. Cole snippet, I'll play during the stream for Drake too. I don't care. Like, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, like, you know, bro, you know I'm hip hop, bro. It's funny because, like, I think I don't think no one's happy with me about that. Drake fans, they're kind of like, they're thinking that he's stepping on J. Cole shit. Drake isn't that happy. I imagine Cole's people are throwing a little hissy fit. Like, nobody's actually happy about that. And then there's some other angles of it, which, you know, it's kind of behind the scenes that I don't want to get into. But yeah, it's funny. Like, nobody's happy. People ain't happy about that. The timing was me. People like their research. I literally announced, I got...
Hey, John, that's a fact. He did admit to payola, bro.
Some Drake songs. I don't know if y'all want to hear it. Because when
Akademiks is not hip-hop. Akademiks is a payment plan, okay? What's good, J-Tom? What's good, Quickie? How y'all feeling?
Drop it or I tease it, the fans say, we don't want to hear it. You're fucking it up.
What's good, Raven?
But then people want to know. All I get asked, when is Iceman? When is Iceman? So that morning, when I was going to do the J. Cole stream, because we've been doing streams talking about Finesse 2 times too much. Blueface too much. So I'm like, all right, hip-hop's going to be in the building. You know when it comes to album releases, people are going to come to our stream, right? People that don't really watch us. So I'm like, it's a hip-hop moment. I want this year to be spicy. So I said, yo, I'm dropping it today. Like, I'm going to just tease it right before I get into the album, Cole's album. And I play it, and when I wake up in the morning, maybe I'm a little wrong, but there was more headlines. There's way more headlines that had there's more headlines that had
God damn, get it out,
the
man.
snippet being teased.
Jesus.
Then there's more headlines with the snippet being teased than about Cole's album, which, you know, that was a little bit shocking, but not really.
Now, just like I told you guys last week, I felt like this was kind of selfish from Akademiks. You could have played these snippets any other day. Sometimes you don't have to make a moment out of somebody's moment. You see everybody talking about J. Cole. You see everybody excited for his album. There is no reason for you to try to take over and overshadow Cole's moment just to have the bragging rights of saying, yo, me and Drake stole the moment. It is completely okay to just fall back and watch as a fan and just let the artists have their moment. Well, this week on the new Rory and Mal podcast episode, Mal is calling Cap like the ex-football player on DJ Akademiks, claiming that these records are not from Drake's upcoming album, Iceman. According to Mal, he did not hear the 2 snippets DJ Akademiks dropped, but he confidently claims that those records are not on the album.
Whoa, stop. Run that back for me, please.
Player on DJ Akademiks, claiming that these records are not from Drake's upcoming album, Iceman. According to Mal, he did not hear the 2 snippets DJ Akademiks dropped.
Hold on, one more time.
Man. According to Mal, he did not hear the 2 snippets DJ Akademiks dropped, but...
Sorry, my hearing is just not that great. Hold on.
According to Mal, he did not hear the 2 snippets DJ Akademiks dropped.
I hate him so much. I hate this dude so much. So hold on a second. You're meaning to tell me now you're going out of your way on your platform, the same platform you're known for lying on, to come out and tell another potential... Mal, you suck. Like, you suck, bruh. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, for the lack of a better term, like, you suck. You haven't heard what DJ Akademiks played on his stream, but you're confidently coming out and saying, oh, that wasn't the 2 snippets that's supposed to be on the album. Like, is Ashton Kutcher around here? Like, am I getting punked? Like, what the hell is going on, bruh?
But he confidently claims that those records are not on the album. Here's what Mal said.
I'm just saying, man. You know.
Do you have a release date for us since you damn near guessed this one?
I said,
You asked me, do I know the release date or do I have a release
I said
date?
Iceman this Friday.
What Mal said when you said
He laughed at me.
Iceman this Friday. Yeah.
Do you guys have any comments about the Drake leak? Oh, I didn't mean to do my hands like that. About the Drake leak on the day of the Fall Off release?
I didn't hear it, but whatever it is, it ain't on Iceman. I can tell you that. It's just throwaways. It's just,
Pete said you heard it here first.
None of what y'all are hearing on the internet is on Iceman. I can promise you that.
Okay.
It's not. None of that shit.
And we'll find out on Friday.
We won't find
that
out on
album is
Friday.
not coming out Friday.
Hell no. Fuck no.
I don't think Iceman is coming on Friday.
All right, well, we'll wait and see.
Cold World, Iceman.
Okay.
How much? All right. How much time do you think
Or what?
in between
Of the album?
that he's gonna let the cold shit breathe?
Rory, I know when the album is coming out.
Oh.
Of course, I'm not saying it, but I know.
No, I know you're not going to say it, and you haven't told me anything.
Yeah.
I guess I'm trying to like get. Is it going to be a long time, or is it going to kind of be
It's
a?
gonna be a good time. It may cost you a little. It may cost you a lot, but it will cost you. It's gonna be a good time, Rory. That's all. That's all we need to know, man. Everybody, listen, man. Enjoy.
Can we do some cold shit and drive my mother's Mazda up to Toronto for the release?
I don't know if the Mazda.
It's a fun drive.
Now, my first question is, Maul, how can you claim that you haven't heard the snippets, but you for sure know with confidence that it's not on the album? Logically, that makes no sense.
Bro, my brain is just running right now. My brain is just trying to understand this dummy. Oh my God. Like, I've heard some garbage. This right here? This is slop, bruh. This slop, this chum bucket, SpongeBob, like, this is ridiculous. Holy, what's good, Allison?
The only way this could be possible is if Drake told Maul, yo, I've got a bunch of records for Iceman, but the records that's going to be on the actual album are not solidified yet, which will be completely different from everything we've been hearing from everybody saying Iceman is coming soon, Iceman is dropping soon. Even Conductor himself, who works with Drake, says the album is coming soon.
Hey yo, how do y'all feel about the boy Iceman is soon? Real soon.
Now, there's also people saying that because those two snippets from DJ Akademiks did not hit, that was Drake's way of trying to test the waters and see if any record is going to stick. And because those records...
All right. We got to talk about that for a second before we continue with this video. With the Iceman album, we've had how many snippets? Not the songs that were released. So the songs that were released were What Did I Miss? Which One? And Doghouse. So Iceman already technically has 3 singles. Already. This, I'm sorry, to have this many snippets for one album, this is crazy. This Iceman album, it might sound like something that has more than 20 songs, just based on the optics of what we're seeing, of the details that we're given, right? For someone that claims to be the greatest, if you know how to make music and please your fans, there should be no reason for a snippet unless you're using it to market or create hype. For you to have a multitude of snippets for one album, that is absolutely crazy. Keep in mind, on the Iceman live stream, which me personally, I don't even think it's a live stream. I think they were pre-recorded. To be super honest, that's just me personally. My point is, there are way too many snippets for one album. You claim to be this guy. But if you're this guy, you should be able to drop with no problem because you know your music is going to move your people. But you keep previewing the songs off the album to test the waters? Bro, what are you? Nobody does that. You're the only one that does that. That's crazy. But you want to claim to be the best. The best can just put music out. And it charts. Are you serious? Bro, like, nah, think about it, though. That's crazy. How does one album that's been taken, apparently, Iceman's been announced since, like, 2014? I seen somebody in one of the comments said that, and I don't believe that. I'm just going based off what we heard in 2015 when Iceman was supposed to be released. Bro, it's coming up to a year since you announced it. It was supposed to come out in summer last year. Then the anticipation was for October of last year. And then again in December for the winter season last year. We're literally coming up to like the eve of you announcing Iceman. There's still nothing. You got 3 singles, a bunch of snippets, no album, but you still want to test the waters. And then you have all these figures trying to hype up Iceman. What do you do? Marketing wise, knowing me being somebody that's graduated from marketing, bro, this is blasphemy. This is this is a marketing nightmare.
Those 2 snippets did not stick. Drake sent Maul to do damage control for him.
Yeah, no, okay, so if I said it wrong, I seen somebody in the comments say it was supposed to come out in 2014, but I was speaking on 2025. My fault. I just caught that. That's my fault.
Since Drake announced this album, Iceman, last year, Maul has been claiming that Iceman has a bomb on it. So if you knew the album
and I said 2014 too, I caught that. That's my fault. 2024. Damn, we really moving back to 2016. I'm really caught in that damn social media trend. But I'm talking 2024 and 2025. That's my bad.
Had a bomb on it from last year. There's no way this album is not put together yet. So from what it looks like, Drake might be giving these 2 guys, DJ Akademiks and Maul, different information about the album. This might be his way of trying to see who the actual leak in his camp is, or maybe one person is right and the other one is wrong. You guys get in the comments below. Who do you guys think is right or wrong? And what do you guys speculate is going on with this album? Like this video, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys later, man. Very big announcement. If you guys enjoyed this video, please head over to my Patreon, patreon.com/chicksmooth. I'm going to be dropping a lot of videos on there, daily videos that will not be on YouTube. I'm also going to be dropping vlogs, behind the scenes footages that's never gonna hit YouTube.
All right, so far from just being here for like, an hour, this looks pretty much like any other tourist spot. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
So if you guys enjoy my content, if you guys have been rocking with me for a minute, please go support me on Patreon. It's only $9 a month. However, if you cannot support on Patreon, don't you guys worry. I'm still going to be on YouTube. That's not going to change, but you will be missing out on additional exclusive content. Once again, it's patreon.com/chicksmooth. I'll see you guys there.
Worst rollout in history, yeah. This is a terrible rollout. This rollout for Iceman is a mess. If I'm going to be super honest. It's a complete mess. See, from the timeline of when it was announced, I'm like, okay, cool. This sounds like something that might come out in late July, early August. Probably in time for Caravana. So, like, a lot of Caribbeans around here, a lot of people that love to celebrate Caribbean culture, they're probably going to stream that because there's probably going to be a song or two that might feature like Vibes Cartel or something. So, like the song can go on, you see it. But nothing, no album. Fall season come by, which is another prime time for them, no album. Winter season, another prime time for them, no album. We're in February. We're coming up to like what, mid-February. No album. I don't know what's going on. He should scrap the whole project with God's grace, of course. Nah, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about like the same way how we had the J. Cole fans come out to talk about J. Cole's project, knowing that there's a bunch of inconsistencies in the project. Not saying the project was like super bad, but like the project wasn't for me. Same way how Iceman is probably not going to be for me either. But the reason why I brought up the J. Cole fans is because we're about to go through the same thing with Drake fans when Iceman drops. So listen, y'all got to prepare for a storm that's about to come. There's a storm coming on the horizon, I tell you that. So be prepared because that in the internet streets is gonna get real loud when Drake drop. I'm telling you. Now, sales wise, I don't know. Apparently, J. Cole's album was projected to do like what 300K. Apparently, so 300K units sold is crazy. But be prepared. A storm is coming. CB did 45 with no, not okay. See, I love that you said that. That's Heartbreak on a Full Moon that had 45. Indigo had 30. But this is Chris Brown we're talking about. He's using streaming the right way. So, because Chris Brown has so many songs, it's almost like when he drops a project with a multitude of songs on it, the main standout songs are going to help amplify the rest of the album. That's how it works for CB. That's the formula that he's created. Right? But I love that you said that because I was literally thinking about it in the back of my head when I was talking about Iceman because Iceman is shaping up to have more than 20 songs guaranteed. More than 20 songs easy. No problem. So, is what it is. Man, I said girl fight. That's hilarious. And you're not wrong either. You're not wrong either. These dudes literally sitting around. Hold on. Let me see if I can go back. Let me see if I can get Maul's part.
As a fan, and just let the artist.
Hold on.
I didn't hear it, but whatever it is, it ain't on Iceman.
Like, you didn't hear the snippet. But whatever it is, it's supposed to be on Iceman. Let me just go back a little bit so we can hear the dialogue of that.
Iceman this Friday. Yeah.
Do you guys have any comments about the Drake leak? Oh, I didn't mean to do my hands like that. About the Drake leak on the day of the Fall Off release?
I didn't hear it, but whatever it is, it ain't on Iceman. I can tell you that. It's just throwaways. It's just,
Pete said you heard it here first.
None of what y'all are hearing on the internet is on Iceman. I can promise you that.
Okay.
But you never heard it. That's the yo, I'm about fed up with this dude, bro. I swear to you, I'm not. You know, it's gonna come to a point in life where like all that lying that you've been doing in your past is gonna come catch up with you. It's gonna catch up with you, and people gonna look at you like, so is this all you're about? Like what about the people that sponsor you? What about the people that like be putting bread in your pockets? Is it this all you do? You got a whole podcast. Y'all can talk about anything, and y'all sit there and lie all the time. This gonna catch up to you. This gonna catch up to you, bro. Man, talking about, oh, I never heard the snippets, but they're not on Iceman. Huh? Like, I beg your pardon? I'm not, like, there's just so much that's running through my mind right now. I'm just like, it just get me mad, bro. I'm telling you. Maul be like, Iceman has a red button. Don't kill me. Nah, girl, you good. Don't worry about it. But Drake really not CB type album mix. Nah, I'm telling you. But here's the thing. That's what makes Chris different from a lot of these other artists, because he's able to sell a compilation album, no problem. Compilation albums today do not work. Let's get that clear. We need a concept. Your album needs to have some sort of structure. Chris, he can still sell a compilation album to this day because it's his voice. When it comes to R&B, it's his voice that be selling it. Now, mind you, it might not get you a Grammy or anything, but at the same time, you're still putting out quality work, so your fans gonna appreciate it, right? But Chris is the only one that can do that now. I don't see other artists that can do a compilation album, not even Drake. So, and he's been doing compilation albums. So, is what it is. I ain't gonna lie. But in terms of Maul and Akademiks, y'all can go ahead and have your little cat fight on the internet. I don't care. It's just, I find it ridiculous that this is how far y'all are going. And that's the main thing I want to put on display. The hip-hop platforms that a lot of people be looking up to. These guys be birds. These guys are chirping. That's what they be doing. Throw Joe Budden in there. Y'all chirping. Y'all birds. Right? Y'all belong on a power line. Just singing in the morning. That's what y'all look like. These are the hip-hop platforms. They need to do better. With the change in music that we're getting, we need to apply that to our own programs, platforms, whatever we do. Things are changing. We got to change too. That's it. So go ahead and let these birds sing. It's ridiculous. I'm not gonna sit here and just I don't run to these dudes, you know. Remember, this is Chick Smooth we're listening to, so it's cool with him. But I don't run to Akademiks. I don't run to Rory and Maul. I don't run to them. Those are not my sources of information or ever, to be honest. So, it is what it is. All right, first video down. I'd say we have one more video, then we got a compilation to watch, and then we're out of here. What do we got? So we either got Jalopy or Read My Soul. Let's do Read My Soul. This one's short. So for this next video, we're gonna be talking Baby Keem. For the people that stopped by yesterday, we checked out the little short documentary Baby Keem put out with a little song snippet. I think that was for Good Flirts, if I'm correct. That was the song title with Kendrick on it. So we checked that out yesterday. Now it's pretty much anybody that we're listening to today is just we're going to be breaking down what we heard from yesterday, right? Or anybody that has their own theory or anything like that. So at that point, we're stepping away from Rory and Maul. We're going to step into the new Baby Keem. We're going to be getting in about 9 days. So let me go ahead, hit that record button. We're going to lock in. Another convo, last video before we watch the compilation. Then we're out of here, right? All right, I'm good on time. I just got to make sure I'm good on time. So shout out to the Flex Mob. Shout out to the Shadow Mob. I appreciate y'all equally. Thank you for tapping in with me. Like always, to anybody that's new around here, I appreciate y'all for stopping by for sure. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, hey, make friends. Be friendly. You know what I'm saying? That support is free, just like what King Hammer say around here, right? You know, so with that being said, let's go ahead and lock in. Let's talk that good Baby Keem. But before we do, y'all know how we start this, right? So let's go ahead and make it happen, shall we? Let's go. Yo, you, right here in the small box, right here in the small box. And see, if you heard a voice, but you didn't really see where it was coming from, it's coming from here. Yo, welcome back to the Flex Mob Network. You tapped in with the Flex Mob. Welcome back to the channel. This is your favorite Canadian reaction channel and network. I appreciate y'all for stopping by like always. Thank you for your viewership. Thank you for your eyes and ears. Let's go ahead and lock in. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You know the vibe. You tapped in with your favorite Canadian reaction channel. Let's go ahead and get started. Baby Keem comes out of hiding. Let's go. What's good, big sis?
Baby Keem, a.k.a. Boo Man, has announced that he will be releasing an album on February 20th. Yes, Baby Keem has come out of hiding. He has a 12-track album coming out. It is called Casino. And he also announced the tour, so make sure you go get your tickets. Pre-sale and sales going live this Thursday and Friday. And the first tour date is in April. So Keem is wasting no time. He's been gone for a minute. It's been since 2023, the Hillbillies, that we really heard Baby Keem in a major way. He's been low key. He damn near.
Hillbillies is still gas. I just gotta say that. I played that in the car yesterday. Still gas.
It took a break just as much as his big cousin K-Dot. I mean, it's 2023, 24, 23, 24, 25, 26. Yeah, man, we haven't gotten an album from Baby Keem since The Melodic Blues in 2021. So it's been about 5 years. It's been about 4 to 5 years since we gotten a project from him. And so I'm extremely excited. I was actually listening to The Melodic Blue today once he announced. I was on my truck. I was getting it, and I was just like, man, this is so good. But he also dropped a documentary called the Casino Documentary, Boo Man / Casino Documentary, where he really let you in.
I came to 6 months. Yeah. We moved to Long Beach when Hakeem's mother, Janice.
Now, one of my critiques from the last album that we just got from a certain artist I don't really want to compare was that it wasn't personal enough. I was asking for personal, and Baby Keem was like, oh, you want personal? Let me let you all the way in. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Let me show you into my backstory. And the crazy thing is, after I was listening to Melodic Blue a little closely, you can hear that pain. I think one of the biggest problems with a lot of artists is I don't feel them. But after Baby Keem showing me his world, I can feel it. I got a lot closer to him, and it feels like.
But to add to that, it's also relatable too for a lot of us, right? From that stream yesterday, it hit me different because just like the little moments that you see in the documentary, like those little scenes, they remind me of scenes of me in the living room as a baby with diapers on, playing with toys, and I see that from different photos. Because one thing about my parents is like they took a lot of photos. They took a lot of photos when I was a kid. So even though I don't have the actual like video footage of me from that time, like the photos speak for me. And when I see certain moments, I'm like, that right there is like, that's me. So like it's relatable as well. And there's power behind that, bro. It's different when you utilize that power just right. The way that you can captivate an audience, because that had me feeling different. I ain't gonna hold you. Because I don't think I said it yesterday, because I was talking about how my mom was there to help her best friend raise her first son. But what I didn't say at that time is that same best friend that my mom had, she also passed last year. And that broke my mom's bad, because that was her sandbox friend, right? So for me, that still hit me a little bit, because the same way how she helped raise her son, same thing backwards. She was there to help my mom's, babysit me when she go work or something like that. She was there to babysit, and it hit different, bruh. So that documentary, it's so different. It just.
One of my friends is from Stockton, California, and when I was hearing the way his people was talking, I was hearing my friend's mother talk, and I was like, oh yeah, no matter where you go, that joint sticks on you. In certain words and certain mannerisms, you can hear it. Being from the West is something different than being from the East or being from the South, right? And so I was just bought into that family, right? Kendrick was on there talking.
His mom, that's my first cousin.
His auntie was on there talking, his cousins, and everybody was on there talking. And it just made me feel good. It made me feel like, okay, this is real. Like, this guy has went through a lot. And so I really liked the Boo Man documentary. You should definitely go check it out. I was listening to the Melodic Blue, and Kendrick was like, Boo Man, let me get it. And then he got a song on there called Boo Man. So Boo Man is his nickname, and I guess Kendrick's nickname is Man Man. So already, before we even get the project, it's some world building. Now, on the documentary, there was some clips. There is some clips out there of him and Kendrick having a song.
The cameras are about to act now. Walking in the party.
Actually, let me read y'all off the track list real quick, just in case y'all don't know, man, because I'm pretty excited about this, man. After seeing that documentary, I felt something. I felt like, oh, this is what I was just asking. I literally, in the last 72 hours, right, since Friday, Thursday of last week, I was asking for this. I was asking for something more personal. I actually was just about to make a tweet like, man, I really want some Westside Boogie right now. If you have not listened to Everything's for Sale by Westside Boogie, now, More Black Superheroes is definitely a dope project, not gonna lie, but it wasn't on the level of Everything's for Sale. But Westside Boogie brought me in, and I was just about to make a statement where, like, yo, I want some more Westside Boogie. And Baby Keem really reminds me of Westside Boogie a lot. Definitely different styles, but very similar styles, man. They bring you in and they make you feel something. I really like the Melodic Blue. Bro, I need a girl.
How was it growing up in Canada? Growing up here was like, it was interesting. I'm not gonna lie. Like, when I sit and think about it, I'm like, it just depends on where you were. That's the main thing that's gonna decide how growing up was. And of course, like, family situations, all that, it hits different for sure. parents were immigrants. You know, the usual story for us Caribbeans. Parents are immigrants, you know, grinding, doing what they got to do. My dad was from the UK, mom from Jamaica. Well, my dad was originally from Jamaica, but he moved to the UK early. But UK, Jamaica, they met here in Canada. Or they met in Jamaica, sorry, and then came to Canada. Living situation was okay. It was okay. We had a big village, though. That's the one thing that made growing up really cool, is that the village. Because the same way how everyone says, like, a village, it takes a village to raise a kid. The village that I have, I was fortunate enough to have a big village. You know, aunties, uncles, blood or not, regardless. But growing up in Canada, it was like, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. I remember my mom would have to like bring me to her job, and then like I would like stay in the car before she would like find a babysitter. So I'd be in the car for hours. Like I remember that. The winter colds was cold. But nah, growing up in Canada was cool. It was cool. It wasn't like anything super crazy or like amazing, but it was cool, right? Sense of belonging though, I'd say it was tough because for Caribbeans, especially back then, like you really had to lean on your diasporas, right? Like you lean on your culture, people that's like from Jamaica but they're in Canada, like the little Jamaica, little like Caribbean places. You lean on that a lot. Cause if you never had that, same thing for like Africans too. If you never had that, I ain't gonna lie, it was gonna be tough living in Canada. So I was fortunate enough, you know. But let's keep going with this video though.
Friend, do rag activity. Hey, do rag activity. Like I felt that joint. You don't let the wolves come get you. Don't let the wolves come get. It's some stuff on that really gave me the feels. But here's the Casino track list. You got No Security is track number 1. Number 2 is the title track, Casino. Track number 3, Birds and the Bees. Track number 4 is Good Flirts featuring Kendrick and Mono Boyd. That sounds pretty dope. Good Flirts, I like that. I like that a lot. House Money. Very casino oriented, right? I Am Not a Lyricist. Sex Appeal featuring Too Short. Boy, shout out to Too Short. You get what I'm saying? A legend over there in Cali. Then you got Tubi featuring Shay Ekru, may be that. Then you got Highway 95 Part .2. Then you got Circus Freestyle, Dramatic Girl, No Blame.
Fun fact, when I was in Vegas, I actually stayed at Circus. That's crazy. Now, I know it's not about the hotel, but it was just funny to hear.
So it's a 12-track album, very short. I think the Melodic Blue was the same, maybe. No, the Melodic Blue was actually 16 tracks. And I thought that was good. I'm like, my sweet spot is 12 to 16 tracks. That is perfect for me. That is great. I don't even mind doing like 9 tracks, 7 tracks. Just give me quality. Give me something that I want to replay over and over and over again. So I'm extremely excited about this Baby Keem. We haven't seen him in a long time, and I'm just like, whoa, I'm geared up for this, man. Like I said, 2026 is just getting started, and it seems like everybody about to put their foot in 2026. So I'm excited for Baby Keem. I hope he does really well. I did want like more Hillbillies project. Kendrick explains a little bit on the documentary why that's why they call them the Hillbillies.
I already knew what she been through, you know, and was going through, and just the history of our family in general. You know, we don't call ourselves the Hillbillies for nothing.
They grew up really rough. They grew up really poor. You get what I'm saying? And so just watching that documentary, it brought me in. I felt at home like, yes.
I can guarantee you will not get this kind of energy on Iceman. I can guarantee you.
Bring me in. Let me know who you are. And I think that's maybe a big problem that I had with the last project. That should not be named. I don't want to bring it up into it and compare, because then, you know, this whole beef thing is just like everybody thinks there's a side, and it's like, no, man, I just want to hear good music, and if I happen to compare, I happen to compare. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, I've spent more money on that artist than anybody else. Maybe the problem that I have with him is that I come from that struggle. I come from that, right? Like my family is not as big, even though my dad's side of the family is extremely big. And when I was younger, we was all together. But we grew up, two at the one at the head, one at the foot, one at the head. You get what I'm saying? If you know what I'm talking about, sleeping with your cousin, stinky socks in your face, stinky feet in your face. You get what I'm saying? Spending the night with your cousins, just struggling. I come from that struggle, man, and it stays on you. It's a stain, and you can't really get rid of it. And so him bringing me into his world and talking about how tough it was and how many of them it is, right? And how they just wanted a boy. And it just makes me feel closer to him, and I'm excited for the album. I'm making a video about hip hop being silent right now. That should be out really soon. If not, my members got it, so definitely join to be a member. Hype this video up, like this video, hype and like this video, share it with the friends. Thumbs up, all of that good stuff is definitely appreciated. But I hope he says something a little political, right? Like, I don't want him to get too political, but I hope he says something. I hope there's some lines there that we can pull out that is against this administration and the things that are going on in this country. Hip hop is a little silent, so I'm hoping he says something. I mean, this is right around the corner. We're about to get this February 20th. That is literally 10 days away, and so I'm extremely excited for this. I was late to the Baby Keem train. I'll be honest with you, because I don't know. It was hard for a long time for me to gravitate towards new artists, and so I think maybe somebody told me that, if I like everything's for sale for Westside Boogie, that I was gonna love Baby Keem. So I picked up Baby Keem, and I was like, this is really good. And I think people were kind of like guessing. There was a lot of speculation recently about whether or not he would come, and so Baby Keem's here. What are y'all expecting to hear on this project? What sounds? Do you think he's going to experiment? Do you think he's going to gamble? The casino idea kind of throws me off. There's a lot of gambling right now going on. Everybody's gambling. I'm like the only one that I'm looking at people winning tickets. I'm like, man, I need that money, but I ain't going to gamble it. You get what I'm saying? I got a different kind of gamble. I got a different kind of system. I've been buying comic books like crazy, man. Ever since I've been put on the Whatnot, Rob Markman. Ever since I've been put on the Whatnot, man, I've been going crazy, getting steals on top of deals on top of steals. So I'm gambling on something else. The casino concept is making me think like, okay, is he gambling? Is this a new sound? Is this experimental? Is going to be similar to the Melodic Blue? The snippet that is of him and Kendrick sounds like Baby Keem, right? It sounds like a Kendrick. It sounds like that sound that he created, man. When I played the Melodic Blue in the car, bro, I need a new sound system to play that. And so, I was just asking for something personal, and I don't know if it's going to be personal. I don't know if that's why he did the Boo Man thing, to make it personal, to build this world. I'm curious. I'm like, okay, Baby Keem, you hear what I'm saying? PG Lang, Columbia Records, is doing it. Is he playing with house money? Does he know that he has the support of his cousin? He can do whatever. So I'm excited to see what direction he goes in, because Baby Keem is still fairly new. I still probably have to go, and I probably will go back between now and listen to more of his mixtapes. Die For My Chick, The Sound of Bad Habit. There's some things I probably still got to catch up on with Baby Keem. So I'm excited. This is going to make me go back and listen to his album. Like today, I already listened to Melodic Blue, and I remember how I was just like, oh my God, this is different. Like, I like this. And like, I don't know, PJ Lang has a sound. So this is like the next, artist. This is like the artist, Columbia Records, PG Lang, they're doing this. And so I don't know. I don't have much to say.
The fact that PG Lang is like, they growing with family first. Family first, is that the motto? Oh, come on, bro. I'm sorry. This, like, the way that I'm thinking about just childhood when it comes to this Baby Keem project, it's just, it hits so different, right? It hits so different. Cause like, I loved the 90s. Let me get that out. I loved the 90s, and growing up in the 90s, moving on to the 2000s, I love both eras. I love both eras so much. I love both of those eras so much. So it's just the fact that I'm reminiscing. Like, oh shit. But at the same time, when you reminisce, like, you get some good, you also get some bad. But that's life, though. But as long as you got family first, you ain't got no problems. God damn.
I'm just waiting in anticipation. Baby Keem is back, y'all. Right? I'm listening to the album, and I hear so much Kendrick in him, right? Like, of course, Kendrick, if Kendrick's your cousin, right? Like, Man kind of opened the door for him, as he says. Man made a way. Of course, you're going to sound like him. And, you know, Drake saying Baby Keem put his pen to it, whatever. But this is interesting. Like, this is one of the first times that I'm like, okay. You know, this is big. I think this is really big for him. Is it going to be a sophomore slump, right? Is this going to be the sophomore slump? A lot of people have it. I would say J. Cole, he went Sideline Story, then Born Sinner. I don't think he had a sophomore slump. I think who else didn't have a sophomore slump? Maybe Westside Boogie did have a sophomore slump. Isaiah Rashad, he said he's releasing something as well, and this is his best work. Let's see if he'll have a sophomore slump. Who else? I'm thinking about all the people who had a sophomore slump. Maybe one could say Nas. Maybe one could say Jay. It just depends. I don't really believe in the sophomore slump like everybody else. Kendrick went from Good Kid, Mad City to The Pimp a Butterfly. Definitely not a sophomore slump there. Drake went from Thank Me Later to Take Care. Definitely not a sophomore slump there. Even though a lot of my favorite Drake records are on Thank Me Later. Shut It Down. Go Ahead. Fancy. Are you fancy, huh? Find Your Lovin'. A lot of my favorite Drake songs are actually on that. But okay, definitely not a sophomore slump though. So I'm excited to see where Baby Keem takes it. Finally, man. 2026 is looking like one of them years, man. It's looking like one of them years. It's rumored that Kendrick is working on something. Drake has to still drop Iceman, which I know he's suing and everything like that. And I don't know. I'm conflicted with if I'm going to listen to him or not. But it's still a big year, right? J. Cole just dropped The Fall Off. Regardless of how I felt with it, it's still a project for me to go back and listen to. It's crazy because I literally listened to, and not to bash on Cole anymore, but I literally listened to the Melodic Blue, and I was like, oh my God. I listened to a couple of songs off the A$AP Rocky project. I didn't talk about the A$AP Rocky project. I should have. There wasn't that much that I really liked on there. There was like Playa and the song before that with Brent Fires that I was like, oh, I kept turning back to. There's a few other tracks on it I would listen to, but it wasn't anything that. But so this is one of them years. And Cole. So long story to say that, like, I listened to like a lot of other projects. Let God Sort 'Em Out came on and I instantly felt something. I said, oh my goodness. And I think that was a big problem. Just throw something in here real quick at the end of this video for the real ones that be watching. Cause I just like having discussion most of the time. Like it's so much good music out that like you can hear it. If you don't feel something, I hear Let God Sort 'Em Out. I hear Chance the Rapper songs and and it's so much emotion is invoking in me. I like listening to music over and over again. I watch the same movies over and over again. I watch Life. I watch, certain movies my wife is like, this is your comfort movies. I just have things that I listen to over and over again. And songs like our 90s R&B. I start with, your friend wants to get with me. She hucking me down like you wouldn't believe. Like, I got certain songs that if I'm just like I got to do something mood. And I've been trying with this J. Cole song, but I've been jumping around. I think I made a playlist. I was like, okay, I don't have to move. I don't want to make this about Cole. It's just that as I'm sitting with it, I feel other things like Let God Sort 'Em Out. You don't know what I know. That came on. I'm like, you ain't seen what I seen. Don't let the walls get you. And I'm like singing and I'm feeling it. And then I put on some of the Cole songs and I'm just like, it's all right. You know what I mean? Maybe that was the fall off. I don't know. Sorry that I made this all about him. I know this is the whole conversation. I'm excited for Baby Keem because what's going to happen? What will this be? Still very new in Keem's career to where this could be, I wouldn't say make or break, but yeah, it could definitely be make or break. And I'm excited to see what he's going to get. So we're getting that in 10 days. The Baby Keem tour is going live this Thursday and Friday. So make sure you tap in with that. Depending on when you see this, try to get them tickets. What do you think a casino was going to give us? Are you excited? Are you a Baby Keem fan? Have you listened to the Melodic Blue? Do you like some of his other projects? Let me know in the comment section. The conversation continues with you. Comment, like, subscribe, ring that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I release a video. Read my soul out. Peace.
Baby Keem 12-pack. First of all, when it comes to making a classic, because a lot of artists needs to go back to that idea, right? It looks like we're following the simple ideals to making a classic. When you make a classic and you want to put out a project, you don't need that many songs. You do not need that many songs on a project. You just need enough songs to get your point across. All right, that's how you start. A lot of people have been doing that. I'm not going to lie. Okay? So that's what I like to see. There's other aspects as well to get that that goes into making a classic. But the simple ideas of having a project that has the house to a classic, as long as the house is in order, then we're on our way to making classics again. There's been a lot of people out there that got big names in the industry talking about how we don't make classics anymore. Everybody just want to make a hit. Like a hit gonna make you survive. A hit's not gonna make you survive nothing. But that classic you got in this climate, yeah, you gonna be all right. But nah, this was good. This was a good video. Shout out to Read My Soul for this one. How much time do I got? All right, I got 13 minutes. 13 minutes. But that Baby Keem project is gonna be crazy. Do you think it will be a 0 skip album, Baby Keem new joint? Absolutely. No skips. I'm conflicted because Keem and Wale coming to Philly the same month. Brother, you know you got to choose Keem, bruh. To me, a double disc with 14 songs each overkill. Facts. That's overkill. That, you're not wrong because, yeah, it's a double disc. And there's like, 14 songs or 12 songs on each disc. But when you're listening to both of them together, and you got to get through about 24 to 28 songs or 26 songs, whatever. That's too much. That's too much right there. That's overkill, like what Jay Tom said. Right? So how about we not do that? We don't need double discs, okay? Well, then again, Mr. Morale was just damn. Anyway, look, let's go ahead and get into the next video, bro. Holy. All right, like I said, the last one is a compilation video, so we're just going to sit back and watch. Got about like a 13, 14-minute video, so after this, the stream's pretty much over, but just a little sit back, kick back. The reason why I'm listening to this, of course, I'm on it, so let me hit this like button, bro. I'm on another compilation, baby. Shout out Black Alpha. All right, I appreciate you, man. Like I said, it's just refreshing to see that my videos are a part of these little compilations. Like, that warms me up. That warms my heart. You know? So it's kind of cool to see that. Of course, Koality reacts. Shout out to Koala because he be championing me over here on this little channel. So I got to throw back my appreciation as well. So it only makes sense.
Kendrick heard Drake worse than we thought. It's bad.
Drake responds to not like... Damn, it got me on a second. Hold on.
Kendrick heard Drake worse.
More
It's bad.
Drake responds to not like us in leaked snippets.
More leaked music? Huh? From Drizzy?
Drake has all of these snippets out of nowhere come out, right? Some of them coming from Akademiks, some of them coming from other pages.
Unfortunately for Drake and the Drake fans, this nigga is showing no signs of growth.
This is my alter ego. I need the Max win.
Well, with the other two members of the One
Damn, you got me with fantastic hip-hop?
Big Three
Canada,
getting
baby.
talked about, and especially for their music, while Drake only gets talked about for his lawsuits and nobody's been talking about him recently because we've actually had good music to enjoy, well, Drake had to retaliate.
I told y'all Iceman was gonna be Drake dissing. Drake gonna be shooting shots. Drake gonna be dissing, and that's what makes the lawsuit extra cringy.
He says, I don't look nothing like y'all. You right about that. It's just like you said.
I look like I need some here. What? I don't look nothing like y'all. You right about that. It's just like you said. What?
Come on, bro. What we doing? See, here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's either we're gonna go there or we're gonna make some good music. Again, when anybody catch a flight, you want it to be direct. You don't want layovers.
That shit a compliment, boy. You acting like we want to be you instead. That's when I'd rather be.
That shit a compliment, boy. You acting like we want to be you instead. But that's when I'd rather be dead.
So clearly, he's shooting at Kendrick Lamar. He said, I'd rather be unalive than to be you.
Drake did it. Drake finally figured out, after releasing almost 100 songs to try and mask the fact that Not Like Us drove him mad, how to just try and flip the phrase and use it to rebuttal to Kendrick Lamar and push back on the record.
The biggest around, and you know that you boys gotta stand on a chair when you sizing me up.
The biggest around, and you know you boys gotta stand on a chair when you sizing me up. You gotta stand on a chair.
You still calling him a pipsqueak?
When you sizing me up. You're a short guy. You gotta stand on a chair when you sizing me up. Same shit he tried to pull with the size 7 men's.
I ain't gonna hold y'all. If these are not old songs, hey, these joints, it ain't it, man.
Interestingly enough, when I talked about the first snippet that was put out there, I said it was trash. And I guess there was a couple folks that are from his family tree that don't like when I say, stop writing stuff. They say, stop writing stuff off. It's just trash. You don't want to be more nuanced. You don't want to give more in-depth observations. Bitch, it's trash.
This nigga is trash. I can't believe I'm saying this. I gotta give Drake credit for how he responded here, because I have never heard a rapper do something so trash.
If it ain't trash, then you come eat it in front of the world. Consume it.
It's bad, gang. I thought I knew how bad your boy was hurt. It's bad, gang. It's almost 2 years later, and Drake is still writing bars referencing Not Like Us. This hurts, gang. This guy, somebody need to check on him. It's worse than ever.
It's really him. You're a victim. Here we go, CSI. You say you not like us. Okay, he's talking to Kendrick. You still shooting.
You're not going to stop this. Okay? Not Like Us is like shielded by God's grace. Not Like Us is shielded by like a bulletproof vest made out of God's grace. You're not going to penetrate this. Pause.
So this is what really bothers me. Really bothers me. Because now you're trying to act.
Yo, I am stupid, bro.
Like you're responding to Kendrick indirectly. It's not really him putting out the record, but it's coming out as a snippet. Either way it goes, I think that he wants people to listen to this record, and he wants to act like this is something that is just coming out of nowhere, that he has no control over. He can't control who shares the snippet or not. But I think that this is calculated. I think that he is putting this out intentionally for people to hear it.
It's all calculated, man.
And like seriously, between this being a response in 2026 to a record that dropped in 2024, which in of itself, that is baffling that you're even trying to do that. I mean, it's genuinely insane. It was 2 years ago.
It is fucking ridiculous, bro. You lost.
And then with the context, it's like if you're gonna take 2 years, have it be something great. To say something like this, which is just so dull, so lame, and does the bare minimum to flip and reapply the phrase. I mean, I'm sure you could have thought of this the day you dropped The Heart Part 6.
And these guys are celebrating this. I'm sure these Drake fans are clapping their hands and stomping their feet, jumping upside down, playing patty cake, celebrating these bars on this so-called snippet. But me, gang, I'm like a therapist, and I'm looking at this in a different light. This boy is hurt bad. I honestly wouldn't even want to be a fan of his, knowing what this means when I hear and process what he's actually saying on this so-called leak, right?
The whole problem with this record is this is literally the Not Like Us song that you went to court for. You went to court for this record. You went to court for this song. There's no way if around about that. You're literally appealing this song right now.
It's starting to feel like that lawsuit is a shield for Drake.
You can't halfway step. You know what I'm saying? That you're not. If you pick up your leg to make a step, it got to be a full step. If it's a halfway step, it's like you're a dog or a puppy with your leg in the air, not even moving. So either you're gonna step or you're not gonna step.
This lawsuit, this defamation lawsuit that you had over Not Like Us, you are trying to request an appeal right now. I don't understand what is so smart about talking about this on a record if you're actively going into a lawsuit with this. Trying to set up an appeal while trying to talk about this only makes me feel like you either gave up on the case or you can't be this ignorant to think that it's a good idea.
There is so much stacked against him to the point where regardless of what kind of action you take, we all know what this is for. And the fact that it's so easy to read you like that just shows the biggest flaw in your character and your artistry.
You think that the judge
That boy cooking, bro. That boy cooking, bro. Like, what?
is going to approve this appeal when you're actively talking about the song that you're in court for? And the crazy part about these lyrics, right? They not like us. He's like, well, I don't want to be like y'all. Well, nobody wants to be like Drake.
I bet you could put up a survey right now in the last 2 years, say, who would you rather be, Kendrick or Drake? Or what experiences would you have rather gone through? Kendrick's, you know, the pop-outs, the Grammys, the Super Bowl, or Drake?
If you were to choose, who do you want to be in the battle? If you had the choice to be Kendrick or Drake, nobody is choosing to be Drake.
The lawsuits, the losing the lawsuits, the stake lawsuits, the losing of the battles, the humiliation, the Trevor Noah just joked on you at the Grammys, the Kendrick shining all over you. I think I'm going to pick Kendrick.
You don't even attempt to change. You don't even attempt to do something better. You don't even attempt to try. At least attempt to act like you're trying.
Do you guys realize, I think it was August, somewhere around August of 2024 that we were supposedly,
Hold on, what's wrong with me, bro?
we got informed that there was a new album called Iceman that Drake was going to drop. Do you understand? We're about to be 2 years of this guy teasing and testing material and nothing is hitting, gang.
You're an actor, no? Do that. At least attempt to act. Attempt that you're trying. Do something.
I mean, when I listen to Drake, especially in 2026, it honestly just baffles me that somebody decided to put this guy in something called a Big Three and that people really thought he could win against Kendrick Lamar in a beef. Because when it comes to Drake being in beefs and then having even the smallest chance to win them, I mean, we're comparing a
Nah, that Gus is super protected. That's a fact.
Pulitzer Prize winner to a guy who probably doesn't know how to write his name. He does not stand a chance against Kendrick.
Talk about Drake and you get you some streams. Talk about Drake and you get you some guap. You caught a 150 right in your face. We heard nobody drop.
But we're sitting here again today just witnessing the same actions and antics. You really think you're in the right?
The level of refusing. I'm not even going to say refusing to take accountability because it's beyond that. I don't even think he understands how to take accountability in this moment. I don't think he knows.
Just because UMG still wants to do business with you doesn't mean you're safe, good, fine, and dandy. There's a lot of work you got to put into yourself. And if you can't even realize that as an artist, as a person.
Okay, so here's another, I don't know if it's a part of the same song, but here's another snippet.
So they saw me dead in their imagination. Fuck them. I thank God.
That F them was, saw me dead in their imagination. F them.
Is that my guy King Hammer, bro? What's popping, bro? Look over, not like us before he dropped it.
I'm sorry.
Yo,
Who really runs the game? I guess you can't say that out loud. The real numbers and views, I guess you can't say that out. So
I didn't hear that. Your real numbers and views, I guess you can't say that. Can you? Huh, Aubrey? Can you? Like, with your tip and having that?
Every single diss that we are seeing from this moment, and really ever since Not Like Us and Kendrick's win, it's been performative, it's been slop, and it's just been a tactic that's used to try and distract his fans from the fact that he has no other creativity and nothing else of decency to even put within his music, and the only thing inspiring him is the idea to just continue to chase to be the greatest victim ever.
I think he views any form of accountability as a loss. And Drake, that is going to be the worst angle you can take.
Yo, no face, no case, bro. I think that's the comment of the day. They say Maul and Ak are like the Boy Is Mine tour. Yeah, you got it, bro. You won. I ain't gonna lie, you won, bro. That's you. Congratulations.
Don't nobody kinder than us. I piggyback most of these niggas all over America. Drizzy was hyping you up.
I piggyback most of these niggas all over America. Drizzy was hyping you up. Here he goes again, still talking about
this man is in pain, yo.
This fucking tour. from goddamn 2011, 2012. What was the fucking Club Paradise tour, man? Goddamn 2012, man. You're still talking about 2012?
Conveniently, people are talking about this instead of his lawsuit. In recent news, in the Stake and Drake and Aiden Ross lawsuit, in alternative, Mr. Graham joins defendant motion to compel arbitration and request that the court submit the claims against him to arbitration and stay his proceeding. Mr. Graham asked the court to first consider his motion to dismiss, and only if the court decides that the jurisdiction over him, then alternatively address the arguments in the motion to compel arbitration, including that Mr. Graham is covered in the plain language of the agreement, which is the stake agreement, is a third-party beneficiary thereto, and the doctrine of equitable estoppel requires arbitration. So Drake is asking for a motion to dismiss in this state case with Aiden Ross. And this paperwork lands around the same time that these snippets come out also, and at the same time as J. Cole's release. I can't help but to think that they are doing this on purpose.
And again, you know battle rap. You know how this shit go. So first of all, you know the other thing that's happening right now. I think on behalf of you know what I'm saying, your LLC, that's not a go at all. That's not a go at all.
And I want to really just put that out there because I hope everybody is ready and accepts the fact that this is what Drake's Iceman record is going to be, and that will just be an album where Drake is just rapping and whining over and over again about how he is the biggest victim in hip-hop and has gotten treated the worst in hip-hop and how he has been...
Imagine instead of wanting to be the best, you want to be the greatest victim. Huh? Just imagine that for a second. You want to, instead of being the greatest, and instead of reclaiming your throne as if you could, you want to be a victim. Bro, you too grown to be playing a victim. For how you started in music, for how UMG catapulted you as an artist, you want to be a victim now? And you still want to be under UMG? Yeah, buddy, you cook.
Betrayed and let down so much that he can't trust anyone in hip-hop. And we already know that's the whole album, and from all the failed singles we have gotten and then all the other failed snippets that came and went, and don't forget those weird Iceman slop episodes too.
But you know the other side of this coin, brother. All right? You know about these third rounds. You know about some of these first rounds. Frida Wave, he come home soon. Talk to him. He'll let you know too, Chim, how this shit go. If you somehow forgot.
Some of this stuff, gang, it sounds like a guy trying to convince himself and give his fans some type of fodder to quote online. This stuff ain't working, gang. I got the quote right here. The lines and the bars that he said about Kim.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I think Drake's peak as a rapper was Diplomatic Immunity, which is also one of like my preferred songs, one of my favorite songs by Drake, funny enough. Diplomatic Immunity, that was like his best attempt at rapping throughout his whole career. And since then, it just hasn't been like that ever.
Kendrick, that Dick 100% directed at Kendrick Lamar's like this guy's looking in the mirror, trying to figure out what to say, respond. He's trying to find a good response to Not Like Us still. 2 years later, gang.
Don't make me get a big head, man. Talking about dead man walking, boy, look in the mirror, man. I don't look dead.
Talk about dead man walking, man, look in the mirror, man. I don't look dead. You're trying to convince yourself that you ain't dead. That's what you're doing when you look in the mirror.
Talk about it.
He talking about a dead man walking. I don't look dead. Bitch, you look like Drop Dead Fred.
No more Drop Dead Fred.
Shout out Black Alpha, the peoples that I was with. Jay Black. Yo, these are like literally, these are dudes, like most of these dudes I used to watch all the time. Like Jay Black, I used to watch all the time. Screwface, I used to watch all the time. And my name right there with them. Jay Black, Jay Nolan, Ville, Screwface, My Humble Opinion, Charles Brown, Fantastic Hip Hop. You got me together with Fantastic Hip Hop, and then there go to Flex My Network. Shout out Black Alpha, bro. That was... Man, I appreciate you, dog. I appreciate you, man. Real talk. Made sure to throw my like in there, bro. This man putting me up with the greats. This guy's putting me in with the greats, bro. Right? I love that. I appreciate it. Thank you, bro. But at this point, we at the end of the stream, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was the last video for today. I have no more videos. Unless something miraculously happens, then I'll hit the record button and do what I need to do. But for now, we're going to call it here. I'll be back again tomorrow, though. Don't worry about that. I'll be back again tomorrow. Now, tomorrow might be short as well because I don't know what kind of news we're going to get tomorrow, but I'm still going to show up. You know, but, yo, listen. Shout out to the Flex Mob. Shout out to the Shadow Mob. I appreciate y'all equally. Thank you, bro. Moving up. Shoot, man. One step at a time, man. We moving up for sure. Appreciate you, J. Tom. Hey, for the people that are here, if you like Culture United, over here in the Flex Your Mind Network, we also have the consumer group chat. It's pretty much just like the Culture United. The only difference is we're doing the same thing with smaller creators. The smaller creators matter too. So make sure you come tap in with us. Check out episode 1 and 2 on this channel of the consumer group chat. You will like it. Okay? Quality conversations. It's rare to find conversations like that, but you're going to find it here, though. I'll tell you that. So, shout out to all the people, all the panelists on the consumer group chat. I appreciate every single one of y'all. We got King Hammer and J Tom here in the chat. They also been on the consumer group chat, okay? So, if you rock with us, if you rock with them or any of the other creators, tap in with us, bro. Trust me, the consumer group chat is worth it. All right. Now, with that being said, we're going to end it here. All right. Shout out to the Flex Mob. Shout out to the Shadow Mobs. When you guys go live, we usually set a schedule. We usually schedule it. So I will make a post prior to kind of like prepare everybody. So you're going to see when we go live and everything. But look out for that post. And you're going to know when the live is. All right. So that being said, listen, appreciate every single one of y'all, all right? But it's time to go. Computer playing with me, man. All right, we lady. All right, so I was gonna say, keep in mind, episode 3 of the consumer group chat is gonna happen this month as well. So it's usually once a month, but we got 2 planned for this month. So we got a Black History Month panel planned, script and everything. Well, not script, but like kind of like our structure is already ready, so we can keep the flow of the conversation that's already prepared. Stay tuned for that. Trust me, it's going to be worth it. We got quality conversations. All right. I'm going to try my best to like kind of like remind everybody and promote it as well, so everybody taps in with it, because I do believe it's worth it, especially that we have the smaller creators coming together, because right now smaller creators is actually very tough to build. So it's tough to grow. It's not as easy when you have the bigger creators. So you got to keep that in mind. The smaller creators, we kind of got to come together. We got to band together to kind of grow together, you know? So I think that's the best play that we have right now. So, shoot, sky's the limit at this point, bro. Definitely W Stream. I need 100 more to hit 5K. Yeah, you right. You're right. And then when we hit 5K, I got 4 cut waters to drink. So anyway, look, take care, be well, be safe, stay true, be you, live long, and long live, y'all. Peace. Have a great day, have a great night wherever you are in this world. Thank you for stopping by. Like always, I appreciate your viewership, your eyes and ears. It's well appreciated. Shout out Flex Mob, shout out Shadow Mob. You already know the vibes, but at this point, we got to go. Just don't forget to go out there and be an outstanding individual, all right? Take care of yourselves. Peace.